Looks so good. It looks very good. Ba 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 ba. This is a day on a Japanese TV show. What goes into it? What you have to do to participate in the show? All the behind the scenes stuff. Hopefully, I get all into one video. Now, this video will be a little different in that I was already knocked out of the contest. This is day 3 of the contest. You eat 3 days in a row. The top 2 in each round progress. I was 3rd place in a round yesterday, so I didn't get to continue on. So I will get to eat normally today for the first time here. I'm really looking forward to this. Now, it's 6:30 in the morning. The breakfast in the hotel just opened up. I've been awake since probably about 4. Every day I can't sleep here. I have not adjusted yet, but that's okay. We have a late call today. The first day's call was at 6:30 in the morning. Today I don't have to meet up till 10 a.m. So it's nice that way. I'll get to go around and show you a little bit of Tokyo. All right, let's head downstairs to the breakfast buffet, which is just on the first floor. Really easy to get to. You have to wear gloves when you get your food from the buffet, but they have an interesting machine that makes putting the gloves on very easy. They had 3 different meat options on the buffet, and these are pretty standard wherever I went in Japan, so this must be your typical breakfast meats. They also had some rolls, but then came the sushi. I had just spent the last 2 days in 2 different eating contests. Both of them were sushi. The one was 30 minutes long, the next was 45 minutes long, so I wasn't necessarily looking forward to eating more sushi, but I've never tried sushi at breakfast, so I gave it a shot. Here are the last options you had to pick from, and I was actually pretty impressed with this buffet. There was a lot there for being in a hotel. The noodles were really good, and so was the sushi. It's about 7 o'clock now. Let's go see some of the town. I noticed in Japan they are very much a rules-following culture. We all waited for the crossing light to turn green before we crossed, even though there was no cars around as far as anyone could see. 7-Elevens are everywhere in Japan. In Pennsylvania, we rarely see 7-Elevens anymore, but in Japan, they pretty much cornered the market. This is a parking lot for bicycles. So people actually have to pay to park here. And what happens is it's all self-service. You come up to the machine, put your bike in, and it locks. And then if you don't pay again, it doesn't unlock, but it's totally self-service. They have taxi stands, of course, next to the stations. This is, again, taken very seriously. You can only get in that front spot there. So you have to walk in, go down in line, and you can't walk back to the second cab. You have to wait till the person takes the first cab. Second cab pulls up. Every morning a bus comes and picks us up. This is our bus for today. And hop in. It's actually a pretty nice bus. Go in and check it out.
Yeah, totally. I get it. Sorry. There was anything I do feel.
We even have makeup on the bus.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you what, I could get used to being driven around in one of these buses. It's very comfortable. Every morning on the way to the set, you would get a rundown of what you're going to do that day and what the time frame was for shooting. And then that was it. You just enjoyed the ride to wherever we were filming that day. Today we happen to be filming at a zoo, a very large zoo. This is us pulling up to the zoo now. This place is really nice. I would have loved to have spent the entire day just going around, but we're here to work. This is the set where it's all going to take place. You can see the individual tables are set up. There's going to be 4 eaters eating today. Each person has their own table. You can see they have their own camera on the table, a trash can there. Everybody's set up identical throughout. This truck is the actual company that's going to be making today's contest food. So it's made right next to the stage, so to speak. And it's going to be ramen. It looks so good. And the contestants are going to have to eat everything in that bowl, but they don't have to drink any of the liquid. So it's going to be a long, hard contest. But I'm not eating today, so I have a big smile on my face with Dan and Todd. I took advantage of a little time I had before we started the filming. I took a short walk around the area just to see the sights. And of course, I wanted to take pictures with people I met on the set and became friends with. You have to have those memories. And I was really happy that there's a lot of food trucks right off the set. So I had my choice to pick from, and I ended up going with this one with noodles. This looks so delicious. I had to give it a try. I'm excited to try these noodles. They look so good. I got it covered with egg, and they put a couple toppings. I'm not even sure what they are, but look how good this looks. They only have chopsticks here, so this is going to be quite an experience. These noodles are fantastic. This costs 800 yen. Well worth it. I think 800 yen is around $7 or so. So worth it. Kind of excited because this is the first time on a filming day I got to actually eat besides competing. All right, enough with me eating, more behind the scenes stuff. There's a lot of things that go on to make a TV show. So this is Dan getting some interview time in, and then Molly getting some interview time in. I don't have any footage of me doing this, but you do this all the time. And then you're told to go stand in a certain spot. So here's people waiting to shoot yet another scene, and then there's retakes. It goes on and on and on, but it is a lot of fun. You get to see all the behind the scenes stuff. So I really enjoyed my time here. We're finally ready to start this contest. It's going to be an hour long, which is a marathon and an eating contest. We've already shot the opening scene probably 3 or 4 times from different angles with a crowd cheering. And then a technical problem happens right before the start, and they call off the entire contest. They delay it for about 45 minutes until the situation can get resolved. So in the meantime, all that ramen went to the crew. So they all took a break and ate the ramen that was supposed to be for the contest, and brand new ramen had to be made. All right, situation resolved. Now we're back on set. And of course, now we have to reshoot the opening bong sequence. Here we are. All right, we're finally back to the real start of the contest. You'll hear that bong in the background. That's the start of the 1-hour eating contest. For the next hour, I watched these gentlemen fill bowl after bowl after bowl after bowl of ramen. It was crazy. They were cranking these things out. But it was fun to see how everything works behind the scenes. You can see the stacks of bowls in front of these eaters. They've eaten a ton of ramen already. It doesn't look like they're eating that fast, but they've already put away probably at least 13 pounds of ramen. The end is near, and here's the best hype man in the business, Todd, revving up the crowd for the final countdown.
Come on, everybody! Come on!
Then they announced the champion of the Battle of Big Eaters for 2023. I'm not going to spoil who won this contest. There's just time for some final photos before we get on the bus. And you know I'm going to eat some of that leftover ramen. And it was good.